Welcome to the first lecture on fluids and temperature. This is where you can get these notes at http://db.tt/K, C, 4, M, R, 1K. So our first equation is a density. D is equal to M over V, mass over volume. M is the mass, and this is just, and the volume are just a few of the many. These are not all that you probably will see, but these are the main ones. So let's look at our first problem. I've got 25.89 grams, so there's our mass of a substance. Let me scoot over. There we go. Occupies a volume of 3.5 centimeters cubed. So that tells you there's the volume. Now remember, the cube is just for your unit. You do not need to cube the 3.5. So the density equals M over V. Now I just want to kind of regress. Now some books may have a rho equals M over V for the density. Don't let that panic you. Both of them are acceptable depending on the book and your teacher. So the density, okay, there's the line. The mass is 25.89 and the volume is 3.5. Okay, then let's see. What units? Okay, remember density is a mass unit over a volume unit. So the mass unit is gram. And then the volume unit is cm cubed. Okay, so there is your mass over volume, grams over cubic centimeters or centimeters cubed. Okay, let's look at this. Gold has a density. Okay, it's got, this is D, kilograms per cubic meter, mass over volume. There's our volume. And it says, what is the mass? So D equals M over V. So we have the density. It says, what is the mass? Over 0.036. So let's see. Now what units are you going to use? Now remember, mass over volume. So I go back to my density unit that I have, kilograms per cubic meter, mass over volume. And there's the mass I'm going to use in kilograms. Okay, here we go. Ice has a density of 0.917 grams per cubic centimeter. It says, what is the volume of 300 grams of the ice? So D equals M over V. Okay, this is 0.917. Okay. So remember, this is D, this is M. I need the volume. So here's your mass is 300 and the volume. Okay, now I need the units for volume. Remember, densities, mass over volume. These are my volume units, so it's in cubic centimeters. I'm going to kind of scroll over here. Now sometimes you're probably thinking, okay, I've got pounds, which are force, and I want to know what's 1 gallon of water. There is a mistake. That's point. I just got them backwards. It says water has a density of this. Yes, this is still density. Pound is sometimes used in density, and it's technically called weight density, but it's still density the same way. And we're going to say just still the mass over volume. Some may say weight over volume. The density is 62.4 in M over 0.134. Okay, now the mass. Okay, what units? Okay, remember, units, density, mass over volume. Mass unit, volume unit. So this is, I'm going to put an L, and I generally, let me make that a little bit clearer. And I generally put L, script out the LB, only because some might think it's a 16. Okay, there is your some problems on density. Very straightforward. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your instructors or me.